What about the healing? Real talk, right? Okay. So I hope and I pray that as we go on this healing journey for this on this channel, this healing journey is for those people who know they need to heal, have had a turbulent past where they have not been the best person to people and to themselves, and do not know how to get themselves back, get themselves on the right track, on the right road of recovery, healing, and they just do not know how to get started. So and this is what we're talking about now. This channel is about talking about things that other people is not talking about, right? And talking about it in a way that other people are not talking about it, right? Because I'm sure it's someone somewhere that's talking about it, but not from a perspective that I will talk about. Just want to clear that up. Today, we're talking about, in some type of way, karma, right? Now, you can click on YouTube and every other reader is talking about karma. But I drew the card Broken Mirror. And what I get from that is that something has been broken in your life. Something has been broken in you. Something has been broken to a point where it has influenced your whole life off of this one thing, one situation, one person, one circumstance, one conversation, and your whole life is in turmoil. And for some, it's because this thing, this situation, this person, this whatever it is, because it's different for everybody. I have so many, but I'm not going to go all the way in all of those different circumstances, but it's different from everybody. But for some of you, the reason why it's taking hold over your life is because you won't deal with it. You won't face it. You keep trying to blame. I keep talking about that. Blame. God is wanting you to stop blaming other people. Yes, somebody may have done something to you. Yes, it could be you were a child and you was under someone else's control and nobody didn't help you. It is some areas like that. It's a very sensitive situation. It is some things in there that has happened that shouldn't have happened. But at this point, whomever I'm talking to, God is wanting you to stop blaming. The reason why God is wanting you to stop blaming, not because it's not that person's fault. It's not because that person did not do you wrong. God is wanting you to stop blaming, because when you blame, it keeps you on a cycle. Because when you're blaming, you can't forgive. When you're blaming, you can't move forward, because you can't get past what someone has done to you, because you keep blaming them. And when you blame and when you keep pouring out and projecting unto another person that is not and has no intention on owning up to that blame, or has no intention on apologizing, or have no intentions on giving you closure, then you're stuck. You're stuck, stagnant, bitter, hating on other people, hating on others, people, places, and things, and people's lives and different things, because you feel like this thing that has happened to you has caused you so much pain and suffering in your life as a whole, and you blame everything that has happened to you because of this situation. But that's what blaming does. And God is saying that it was a time to blame. It was a time for you to blame and to say, to seek out closure, to seek out that apology. But that time has passed now. It's time to clear all of this up. Stop looking for placing the blame and looking for something, because that time for that something to come in, this person is not getting ready to give you that. So when someone doesn't want to give you an apology, and someone does not want to give you closure, and someone does not want to give you what you think you need from them, you don't stay stuck and stagnant in that, waiting and waiting and waiting, and growing bitter and bitter and bitter, and then causing all of that anger and resentment and bitterness to project onto other people because you're hurt. That's not how you do that. How you do that is, if they won't give it to you, you give it to yourself. You give that to yourself. You give yourself closure. You give yourself love. You give yourself understanding. You give yourself forgiveness. You give yourself what you need. And the purpose in that is to not allow another individual to control what you should be controlling. When you place all of your energy and blame, you did this, anger, bitterness, all that does is give away your power and causes you to be stuck in all these feelings and emotions, and dumping and just spewing and projecting, and it's a big giant cycle of emotions. Because you want something from this particular person. You want closure. You want a apology. You want them to acknowledge the things that they done to you, but they're not. And the reason why this person is not, because they control the narrative, and they're not going to give you what you think you need, because you don't need them. You need you. Everything that you want to get from this person, you can give to yourself. This is what God is trying to teach you. God is trying to teach you, you are powerful all by yourself. You don't need that. Whatever it is that you think you need from them, you give it to yourself. You give it to yourself. And that will stop a lot of this. Once you understand that you can give it to yourself, then you'll start to understand more about you, what you need, who you are. And then God in turn will start to give you those downloads and further show you who you are and what you are, who you are, what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something that you're going to be able to teach. It's going to be something that you're going to be able to give to other people based off what you've been through. So someone else does not have to go through what you've been through. You can help them alleviate a lot of pain and suffering and being stuck and stagnant in something that somebody trying to control the narrative, thinking that they need that from that person, but they don't. What you need is you, and need to understand who you are, and that you're valuable and you're worthy, and whatever it is that you've been through and whatever took place, whether it was when you was a child all the way up to where you are now, even if it happened yesterday, you are still worthy to be loved. You are worthy to be respected. You are worthy to be valued. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are anointed. You are appointed. It's all about belief. You do not need anyone to validate who you are. You have to believe who you are. And whatever it is that you think somebody owe you, or you think somebody needs to tell you, or you think somebody, give it to yourself. If you need an apology, apologize to yourself. Nurture yourself. Make yourself feel at peace, as if that person gave you that apology. Give yourself those feelings and those emotions. Give yourself that validation. Give it to yourself. You don't need their validation. Give it to you. See, because this mirror, this thing that's broken, it would take you forever to try to glue that mirror back together. It would take you forever. So why do that? Just throw the mirror in the trash and start anew. Buy a new mirror. Give yourself a new mirror. Look at yourself in a new perspective. Matter of fact, go get a totally different mirror. And look in that mirror and see how different things will look. See how different things would, how you will feel different when you look at a totally different mirror. No cracks in it, no nothing. A perfectly beautiful mirror. Throw that old mess away. Now see, this was supposed to be talking about karma, but God took it and did something else with it. See, because I was looking at bad luck. But God went and took this message a whole nother way, like he always do. However, I will span, that's one scenario. So those of you that's feeling like you're broken, your mirror is broken and your life is broken. Everywhere you turn is bad luck. Everywhere you go is things are not working in your favor. Everywhere you go, it just feels like it's one thing after another. Bad, 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 bad. You hate to even go out. You hate to even try anything new. You hate to even invest in anything, because you already know the outcome is going to be something negative, something bad. Bad luck. You feel like you have bad luck written on your forehead, that your whole existence is bad luck. Bad luck, misfortune, hardships, bitterness, failures. You feel trapped. Okay, so with that, I want to talk about karma just for a second. Because when you feel like what I just described, it is a reason behind that. We all have hardships. We all go through our pains, our struggles, our separations. We all do. There is not anyone on this earth that has not went through something. But when you going through life and everything you do, everything you say, everything that you try, is always the outcome or outpour of negativity. Now, a lot of people say, when you feel like that, that is when it's a possibility that someone is throwing some negativity your way. That very well can be true, but I'm talking right now, what I'm talking about is karma. I'm talking to people, places, and things that's not even thinking about what they've done to other people. I'm talking to people, places, and things that have went through life and know I don't have no heaven or hell to place you in, and I don't know you. But you got to be truthful to your own self, and you know that you have been low down and dirty to other people. You know that you've ran people down. You know you have sent negative energy and projections onto you. Have wished ill will on other people because of you, because of what was inside of you, and because you didn't understand your worth, your value. You didn't understand who you are. So it may be something different right now. You might have bypassed, you might have grown, you might have evolved, you might have transformed and renewed, and you changed your life, and you're no longer that person anymore. But you find yourself in a position where every time you turn around, it is something negative. It is some bad luck. They call it bad luck, but it's really karma. See, because even though you turned your life around, and even though you know who you are now, and even though you are a light worker and you're helping other people, you still have to reap what you sow. Whatever you sown, you must reap. That's why people don't understand that light workers, gurus, oracles, earth angels, people who very powerful spiritual beings, they don't understand that they too had to go through hardships, the harshest of hardships, pains and sufferings and different things like that, because they too have karma. Until they can understand and come to terms with who they are, until they can see who they truly are, they have gotten karma until they are able to grow and transform and renew. They did things that was not, they were in a low vibrational state. So just because you turn around and you're doing something good and you know who you are now and you on the right track does not mean that you get to not have to go through your karma. Everybody shall reap what they sown. And that is why people don't understand. Why people don't understand about those sovereign beings is that they too, while they were in their low state, while they were didn't know who they are, who they were going through instant karma because of who they are. Because of who they are, they was going through instant karma. But at the same time, you still could be going through some type of karma based off of past lives, based off of something you did in this lifetime or another lifetime, based off of something that God says, now I need you to pay this off. I need you to understand that you need to go through this, because I need you to be clean. Let me give you this example. It's just an example. You and transform, you helping others, you loving on people, you just doing everything, right? You're on the right path, and everybody on your back. They on your back. Those negative people is on your back. So you don't worry. You don't have no fear. You have faith. You know God got you. And then all of a sudden, everything is always is one thing after another. It's one thing after another. It's one thing after another. You can't catch a break. You start to get weary, trying to figure out what is going on. What is it? What have I done? What? So you learn not to trust. You learn not to question God. You just keep having that faith. But for certain things like that, you have to understand that God will allow you to go through certain things to clean you up. So what I'm getting for an example is God is cleaning some of the light workers, some of the oracles, some of the spiritual beings, sovereign beings, right? Royalty, because it is time for you to come together with your royal, with your king, with your queen. And it's some things that needs to be cleaned up in you, around you, through you, so you can come and connect with that person. Just an example. So God will have you to go through some hardships, some struggles, some pain to clean you up. To clear up some things, to open up some doors, to be able to open up some doors, be able to open up some things in you, open up your heart, open up your mind, open up the possibility that you could have love, that it's time for love, position you. And in order to position you in anything, in order to get you where you need to be, you have to go through some type of hardship, some type of struggle, some type of pain, because that's the only way we know how to grow as a human, is through pain, suffering, and hardship. So, with that being said, it's not always those people. It very well could be God that's trying to get you and position you for your next come up, position you for something that's very valuable to come into your life. But in order to do that, God has to clean you up. God has to get you prepared to be able to accept something of value. You already valuable. You already got to some point, but something is on the horizon. Something or someone is on the horizon, and where your head is at. Prime example. God want to bring somebody in your life. Another example. Want to bring somebody in your life, but you're not focused, or you don't hold any space for anybody. Only thing you thinking about is work. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to get this house. You got to do this. You got to do that. I'm working on my goals. And so God knows that. And when God knows that, then he starts to mess with your business, mess with your money, mess with different things to get you to try to focus, or try to get some type of perspective, to try to change your perspective and change your mindset, so it can be able to see when this person comes in, be able to acknowledge this person, see this person, open yourself up for this person. Change the way you view love, change the way you view a partnership, change the way you view a business partnership. Change your viewing. But God knows that where you are right now, you won't accept it. So God comes in and create what we would view as bad luck, or what we would view as karma. But sometimes it's not always just that. It's something more to it. And if we would just sit down and meditate and get with God and listen to what God has to say, sometimes we can get the answer and we can get the understanding. And when we have to go through those hardships and go through that pain and that suffering, or go through those setbacks, we will have a better understanding where God is trying to take us, and we won't resist. So a lot of this karma, these brokenness, broken mirrors, and childhood issues and childhood dramas and traumas and all these different things on different levels for different people. But it's all not what it seems. And in order for you to understand what's happening to you, you have to sit still. You have to sit still and allow God to tell you, to show you, to give you the answers to your questions. And I'm going to leave it there. Hit the comments. Let a sister know that I'm giving it to you. It's real talk. If it is, put real talk in the comments. I know what that means. Hit the emojis. Let a sister know you're working with me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It helps a sister out. Share the videos regardless. Share. Get the messages out. I do not have a description box right now, but if you want to know about my channel and me, you can hit me up at my other channel, All About the Healing, ALLBOUTTH, a healing without a G, and yeah, All About the Healing. YouTube. All right, so it's all the description box, have all of the social media, everything there. I will be putting the description box in here, but I'm waiting so I can write the right kind of information in the description box. All right, so with that being said, I'm sending you love, I'm sending you healing, and I'm sending you prayers. Right, it is so be it. Ashe, so mote it be.